Hi everyone, I'm Susan Giarratani and I'm here at the Rossetti Cowan Senior Center in Revere, Massachusetts. And I'm going to do chair yoga with you today. Yoga is a wonderful practice. A lot of times people think that, yoga isn't for them or it's this crazy thing that it's not for them. But for seniors especially, it's a great way to begin an exercise routine. It's safe, it's effective, and it also has so many health benefits. It can lower blood pressure, it can ward off depression, it can make you feel better, aches and pains go away. So it's a real good thing to begin a practice. In this practice today, if you can only do a few of these things and pass them on during the week practicing them, then that would be great. You don't have to do the full practice. So today, if you have a belt or a strap, also if you have a book that's about 3 inches thick or a block, get that, put something comfortable on, and let's begin. Okay, everyone. So it's always great to start off with a chair that has no arms on it. If you don't have that, and if you're sitting in your recliner, you can still do this practice. So today we're going to begin by first sitting down, sitting up nice and tall, and I want you to ground yourself. So what I mean by grounding yourself is place your feet firmly on the ground, okay? So you feel all 4 corners of your foot. And sit up nice and tall, lengthening that spine up to the sky. And I want you to sit and scan the body. So thinking about all the way from your feet, all the way up to your toes, how your body feels. So pressing your feet into the ground, thinking about your toes. If you have shoes on, you might want to take them off. And maybe lifting your toes, pressing them down. And then I want you to think about moving all the way up by scanning your body. Think about your heels and then your legs and scan that body and see if there's any tension anywhere. So tension usually, stays in the part of the body that there's, I guess I want to say, friction. So thinking about where that friction lies in your body, and without judgment and without worry, just breathe into it. So breathing in and breathing out, okay? Yoga, they call a practice, and what that means is you practice every time you do it, okay? There's no right or wrong doing yoga. You don't want to feel any pain. But you want to feel, release when you're doing yoga. Okay, so thinking about scanning that body, going all the way up from your toes, all the way up to your head. Sometimes it's good to close your eyes, and it's better to visualize what your body is doing. Okay, so take a few breaths here, breathing in through your nose. And breathing out. And do that for a few minutes. So this is called centering or grounding ourselves. We're beginning. In yoga, you want to bring awareness to your body, your breath, and clear your mind. And that's what we're doing. By clearing your mind, that's what helps with lowering your blood pressure, stress, and just, regular daily life, just getting rid of it. So taking a few breaths in, sitting up nice and tall, again, scanning the body, breathe in, and breathe out. Now for the next few rounds of breath, what I'd like you to do is focus on your belly. So we want to do some inside yoga. So by breathing in, I want you to bring that belly button pulling it back towards the back of the room or your spine. So breathe in, and when you breathe out, pull that belly button in, okay? Do that a few more rounds, breathing in, and breathe out, pulling that belly button in. And as you breathe in, think of your lungs expanding like a balloon. So breathe in, filling it up, hold it at the top, and breathe out. Let's do that 2 more times. Breathing in, hold it, and breathe out. And last time, breathe in and out. Wonderful. So let's begin. So we're going to start first with our head. Now today I kind of have like a creaky neck. So think about where you might be creaky and not feeling that great or tight, and we're going to breathe into it. Again, any movements that I do is a guide. So if you feel like you want to do a little more or a little more movement, by all means, this is your practice. I'm your guide. You're in charge of you. So you do what's good and feels good for you. Again, I want to emphasize that yoga is not, you should not feel any pain while you're doing these stretches. Will you feel tightness or tension? Absolutely. But you do not want to feel any pain. And if you do, then just stop. Stop that movement. Okay, so we're going to begin with our neck, okay? And what we're going to do is as you breathe in, we're going to bring awareness to your breath, okay? Breathing in. And breathing out, I want you to bring your chin to your chest. So breathe out. And feel that lengthening in the back of the neck. And then slowly, whatever feels good for you, feel that movement going back and forth. So maybe shaking your head side to side. That's not yes and no. Side to side. Okay, and so for me, I'm feeling a little tightness here on this side of my neck. So what I'm going to do for me, and if you feel like you want to do something else, by all means do it. What I'm going to do is just lower my right ear to my right shoulder and feel that lengthening here in the side. Now, I want you to make sure that you're sitting up nice and tall, that your shoulders are above your hips and your bottom. And so being here, lengthening that. Now take that left hand and extend it out, and you might feel some lengthening or some stretching. And sometimes I close my eyes because I can focus on that area. So if that's good for you, close your eyes. And then if that's not enough for you, you might want to take your hand and just bring it behind your back so that I'm lowering that shoulder and I'm feeling a stretch. And then small movements. Okay. Being aware, making sure that you're breathing. And then draw that head up. You can release your hands. And let's do that on the other side. So drawing that left ear to that left shoulder. And then taking your hand and letting that fly out. And then to see if there's any movement that you want to do. And stretch it out. And then for me, I'm going to just bend my hand behind my back because I feel a greater stretch. Good. Okay, that feels good. Okay, drawing your head up again. Shake it out. Now we're going to work onto the shoulders. So we're going to inhale our hands all the way up to the sky, fingers stretching out, lower those shoulders. So try not to have those shoulders reach up to your ears. See if you can lower them, okay? And then we're going to reach all the way up to the sky with our left and our right, opening up the side body, Awesome. Couple more breaths. Breathing in. Don't hold your breath. Good. And then rain your fingers down on the side. And then we're going to inhale in, bring our shoulders up again. See if you can touch the backs of your palms. And then rain those fingers down. Again, inhale up. As you inhale, rain it down. Wonderful. Now we're going to open up our hands. So we're serving pizza, okay? Like you're serving pizza. Open up and extend your arms opposite. So pushing out on both sides of your arms and reach. Okay, great. Now bend your hands like a goalpost and open up that chest. So I'm squeezing, pretend you're squeezing a pencil behind your shoulder blades. And now collapse your belly and bring those shoulders and elbows together. So inhale, open up. Exhale, close it. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Two more. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. And inhale, open. And exhale, close. I'll tell you a secret, sometimes I don't count. So I might say 2 and you might do 3. So what? All right, so now that your shoulders are a little warm, okay, what we're going to do is some shoulder rolls. So we're going to bring our shoulders forward, up to our ears, and back to the room. So do some shoulder rolls that feel good for you. And I invite some movements that feel good for you. So if you're moving them back, then move them forward. Good. So now we've warmed up those shoulders. Now we're going to warm up the fingers. A lot of times, a lot of people have some arthritis or stiffness in their fingers, especially in the morning. So we're going to warm those hands up for you, okay? So I want you to take your right hand, and I want you to do a stop sign. So pushing away, pushing towards me. And then I want you to drop your fingers down to the ground, pull them up, drop them down, pull them up, drop them down, pull them up. So pushing away. Now I want you to take your other hand and push your thumb towards your face. And you might feel a stretch here, all the way down your forearm. Don't push for pain, just push for lengthening, for stretching. And this is something that you can do every day. This is yoga. So you're stretching and being aware of your body. And breathe into it. So then go to the pointer finger, bringing that back. And then the middle finger, pushing it away, pushing your hand towards me. Ring finger, bringing it back. And as you're doing this, think about what finger might feel the tightest and maybe spend a little more time with that. Great. And now shake that out. And let's do that on the other side. So stop sign, drop. Stop sign, drop. Stop sign, drop. Stop sign, and then pull your thumb towards your face, pressing that palm towards me. And then do that with the other hand, the other finger, the pointer. And then your middle finger. And then that ring finger, and the baby finger, and then shake it up. Great. Okay, so now I want you to take your hands and press your hands together, okay? So with yoga, especially Hatha yoga, you're doing 2 things at the same time, opposites. So with what I want you to do is press your two palms together, push together as hard as you can. And what you'll notice is stretching in the front of your chest. So I want you to inhale in, exhale out, pressing, inhale in, exhale out, and last time, inhale in, exhale out. Make a fist with your hands, and I want you to push that fist towards me. And then I want you to reach up. So inhale, exhale. Now, as you're doing this, if you can get your hands above your head, great. If you can't, that's okay. Go where your stretch will take you. So pushing. Now I want you to push forward towards me, rounding your spine. Feel that spine in the back and your upper back stretching. Great. So inhaling, exhaling. Now shake that out. And I want you to take your hands and clasp them behind your back. So if you can't do this, you might just want to hold on to your shirt or hold on to your elbows, whatever you can do. So pressing and opening up that chest. So think about squeezing a pencil. So squeezing that pencil, opening up that chest, and then I want you to tuck your chin in and kind of look up to the sky. So breathing in, breathing out. Again, breathe in, breathe out. Wonderful. Extend your arms out. Take your right arm and cross it underneath your left arm. And then bring your fingers up into a V. Now, if you can, see if you can clasp your hands together. If you can't, that's okay. You can leave them like this, or you can touch the backs of your palms together. But if you can, you'll feel a greater opening in the back body, in the upper back, in the trapezius, in the rhomboids, those upper back muscles. And then I want you to push those hands towards me, and you'll feel a greater stretch. If you feel pain, just ease off. So pushing, feeling that stretch. Now, keeping your feet on the ground, we're going to go towards the right and come back up, and then towards the left. And then on your own, do some side stretching. And I'm going to do one more on each side. Great. Okay, now slowly undo your arms, shake them out. Now we're going to do that on the other side. So crossing our left under our right, V, and then if you can clasp them together, great. And then pushing those arms away from your face. All right, my friends, let's do this on this side. And then come up, and then reach over to the other side, and come up. Make sure those shoulders are coming away from those ears, not traveling up. And we're not holding our breath. I know a few of my students hold their breath when they do a difficult pose side to side or reaching up to the sky. And let that go. Okay, so if you have a book or a block, I'd like you to put that block right in between your hands. I mean your feet, your hands. Right between your feet. And if you have a book that's about 3 inches thick, that will do. You want something sturdy. And putting that brick between your feet, okay? And what we're going to do, that's just prepping us for a future stretch. What we're going to do is warm up our spine. So I want you to think about doing little circles, small little circles, keeping your butt bones on the chair, small little circles. And then I want you to think about getting bigger with those circles. So breathing in, as you come forward, and breathing out as you come back. And make those circles bigger and bigger. Great. And then reverse it. So we're going really big, reversing the circles. And then we're trying to get a little smaller. Great. So inhaling in, exhaling out. Wonderful. Now, taking that brick or book, we're going to squeeze that book or brick in. So you want the inside of your legs to come in towards that brick. Now, the reason why we're doing this is so that your hips will stay forward. A lot of times, if you don't have a brick, what you can do is just cross your left leg over your right, and that will be sufficient. But if you do have a book or a brick, then just squeezing that together. I want you to inhale your hands all the way up, palms touch, bring them to heart center. Again, inhale in, all the way up, palms touch, bring them to heart center. Squeezing our hands together. I want you to inhale and exhale, twist towards the right side of the room, squeezing that brick. Okay, so we're doing two things here. We're inhaling and exhaling, and we're twisting and squeezing. So that's more than two things, that's four things. So inhale in, exhale out. And as you exhale, see if you can get a little deeper in that twist. Squeezing that brick. Good. One more here. Inhale. Exhale. Good. All right, come forward. We're going to go to the other side. Pressing those palms. Let's do a inhale in, exhale out, pressing those palms, squeezing that brick. A lot to think about, and twisting. Good. So inhale in, exhale, see if you can get a little deeper in that stretch. Inhale in, exhale, and one more. Inhale in, exhale, and come forward. Wonderful. Okay. So taking the brick or the book and putting it here at your feet, okay? We're going to open our legs a little wider. And what I want to begin with is we're going to do some twisting, and then we're going to open our hips and then our legs. So first we're going to inhale our hands all the way up, palms touch, and we're going to come all the way down with your back flat. So think about, instead of rounding forward, you're going to bring your chest towards me. So inhale in, back is flat, come all the way down, and if you need to, you can put your hands on the brick. Now don't lift your neck up. I want you to look straight down about 9 inches away from the brick or the book. Okay? If you don't need the brick or the book, you can just bring your hands to the ground. But if you do, just hold on. Okay? And now I want you to come back up halfway. So flat back, belly button to spine, and then slowly come back down. Okay? Now, inhale in. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Okay, so you want to drop your head, make it relaxed, shake it yes and no. Shake it yes, shake it no. This is slowly stretching the back body. And if you need to hold on to that brick, you can hold on to it. Stretching, shaking. Now, we're going to try a little more side stretch. So while you're here, I want you to walk your hands towards the right side of your foot and then cross your left over your right so that you feel a side body stretch here, okay? And again, if you need the brick, you can use the brick. So breathing in, Breathing out. And release. And then we're going to walk our body over to the opposite side. Take your brick with you. And then cross your right hand over your left. Feeling that side body, back body stretch. Great. So inhale, remember to come back to your breath. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Wonderful. So coming back to the center, slowly roll up your spine. Head being the last to return. Okay, so we're all warmed up all the way to our bottom. We have to warm up our legs. So we're going to take our right leg, and what I want you to do is I want you to do little circles with your hips. And if you just need one hand, you can do that. If you need two hands, you can bring your hands underneath your thigh and just do little circles. And again, maybe start small, little circles, and then try to get wider and bigger. So you start with like a little teacup circle, a little tea saucer, and then you go to a salad plate, and then you go to a dinner plate. Okay. And then try that opposite side. While you're doing this, you want to make sure that your spine is long. So if you're feeling you're moving forward a bit, then don't worry about the circles. Okay, just do little circles. Your spine is more important. So we always want to keep that spine erect. This will help with greater posture. Okay, let's try that with the other side. Taking the other leg, flexing that foot so those toes are coming up to the sky, and do little circles. So opening up those hips. Awesome. And then reverse. Good time to take a nice big deep breath here. And let it go. Great. Now we're going to take our right foot and we're going to extend it. So if you're sitting in the chair, you want to be at the tip end of the chair, but don't fall off. So sitting at the edge of your chair, legs straight, you can bend this foot, your left foot, pressing down into the ground, okay? We're going to inhale our hands all the way up. Exhale, come forward with that flat back that I talked about. So if you're feeling like you're starting to round, and if you could only get here, that's okay. A trick would be to take a brick or a book, place it here, so that it keeps your pelvis erect. So just coming forward, okay, keeping that spine long, the chest coming towards me, and you can still feel a stretch in the back. If you're more flexible than I, you might want to come down a little further. If you have two books, you might want to take those two books on the side and just breathe. So we want to hold this for a good 30 seconds or more. So breathing in, breathing out. You might notice that some movements or some poses are easier than others, and you also might notice that one side's easier to do than the other, and that's normal. The body compensates. So when that happens, try not to judge or feel like you're inflexible. Just try to breathe into it. Don't bring any awareness as far as, failure into your life about it. Just breathe into it. I'm not the most flexible person, but by practicing my yoga on a daily or every other day basis, I'm noticing that my body's a little looser and flexible, and I'm a little happier about that. Okay, so slowly coming back up and bending that leg, and let's take that on the other side. So Extend that leg out, toes are facing up, inhale up all the way, and then coming forward. Again, if you want to take that brick so that you have that nice flat spine, so keeping that chest towards me and feeling that. So for me, this leg is tighter than the right leg. So I have to be a little kinder, a little patient. So breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Sometimes too, whatever other feeling you want to release. So for me, my neck is a little tight today, so I'm going to bring awareness to that. I'm going to try to lower my shoulders. So feel your body and see where you can release a little bit. Okay. And the longer you'll probably notice this, the longer you hold the pose, the deeper you can get. You'll notice that the muscle will release and let you get a little deeper. Okay. So inhale in, exhale, slowly come up, and we're going to shake it out. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do some work with the belt of the strap. Now, if you don't have a belt or a strap, you can get a towel. And if you do have a belt, I want you to hold on to the belt buckle. I don't want it to swing and hit you. If you have a towel, try to get a towel that's about, 3 to 4 feet long. And then by taking this towel, what we're going to do is I'm going to turn this towel or strap into about, I'd say 2 feet long. So about the length of my shoulders, maybe a little wider. And I'm keeping it nice and taut. And I'm pushing, remember we pushed our shoulders out, our back muscles out. So I want you to push towards me. And what we're going to do is feet are going to be grounded. You're sitting at the edge of the chair. We're going to lift up, inhaling, and exhale. Okay, lift up and down. Now, pulling it away. Remember opposite sides. So I'm pulling to the right and I'm pulling to the left, nice and tight. Good. Now, as we come up, feet are going to be grounded to the ground. Bum is going to stay right on that chair, pushing up. Make sure those shoulders come down. We're going to go side to side. So this is where a lot of my clients will hold their breath because this is difficult. So this is where breath will come in. And breathe in and out. Make sure that you're not holding your breath, because breath will help you move. So we're doing one more on each side. And great. Okay, now we're going to open this up to a little wider. And with that, you might see, so we're going to inhale in. See if you can get behind your head. If you can't, that's okay. If it's right here, that's fine. So inhaling and exhale. Good. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. If you didn't have a towel, you could still do this coming up and down. Okay, so that's something that you might want to try. Now, we're going to do a little something different. So with this, I'm going to show you, with this I want you to hold the belt buckle or the towel, and then drape that towel over your shoulder, like this. So we have that. I'm going to stand up so it's easier for me to show you. So we're draping the towel over. And then with your hand, I want you to try to grab that strap as best you can. Now, we're going to lift, pushing down on that belt, but lifting our elbow up to the sky. And then, ever so gently, we're going to walk our fingers up the back of that strap, or that towel, or that belt. And then pulling down with the left hand, we're going to see if we can get that right elbow up higher. Now, trying not to sink, sitting up nice and tall in your chair, pushing down. See if we can hold on to that strap. Now, if you don't have a strap or a towel, you can just try to hold on to your shirt. So, breathing in, breathing out. If you feel any pain in your shoulders, just lighten up on the hold. Okay, so don't go as deep. If you do this every day, you'll have a little better shoulder mobility. Okay, now slowly drop that elbow, release your back hand, and slowly release it. So you'll notice that tension, and then when you release it, it's like, it feels good. So let's try that on the other side. Okay, taking that belt buckle, holding on to, bringing it over your shoulder, taking our other hand in the back, trying to grab onto that strap, and then lifting that elbow. Now, think, how does this side feel compared to the other? So breathe in and out, and then trying to send that chest towards me. Good. So pushing that down, pushing that back strap down towards the floor. It can kind of bring up that elbow to the sky. Good. And then slowly release that back. Oh, that feels so good after it's done. Wonderful. Okay, so we're going to take the strap and we're going to warm up our legs a bit. So I'm just going to move these a little bit. We're going to take the strap, so holding on to the belt buckle. And we're going to take our right foot and place your foot, if you can, at the balls of your feet. And we're going to, you can separate your feet a little wider than hip distance apart, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to pull the leg up to our face and then down. Okay, so we're just going to warm up that hip joint. I know we already warmed it up with the circles. So now pull up and extend out towards me. Now, if you feel that your body is rounding, then don't bring your leg up so high. I want you to think about your spine nice and long, lengthening. So the top of my head is going to the sky as the bottom opposites are going down to the earth. Okay? And then we're just going to extend and bring it in. Extend, bring it in. Extend, bring it in. Inhale, exhale, one more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and hold it. Now see if you can bring both straps or towel to the one hand, to the right side. Holding onto the chair, we're going to open and close. Toes are pointing up. Inhale. Exhale, try not to round that spine. If you do, just lower that leg. Inhale and exhale. Wonderful. One more. Inhale, exhale, and then release. Great. Now, I lied. We're going to do that again. We're going to bring our leg up. We're going to go in the opposite hand, and we're going to try to cross our body, our midway point in our body, over to the other side so that we can get a deeper stretch in our IT band. Now, if this leg, your left leg, is in the way, you can straighten it, or you can just move it out to the side. Okay? And we're just getting that hip stretch, our IT band stretch, all the way over. Great. And then we'll come back. All right, let's do that on the other side. So we're bringing our feet Her left foot into the strap. Open it up, sitting up nice and tall. And breathe in and out, in and out, in and out. 2 more. In and out, in and out. Now in, we're going to extend it and then bring it in. Extend it, bring it in. Extend it, spine's long. Great. 1 more, out. Put that in that left hand. You can place your hand on your hip or on your chair and open and close. Open, close, inhale, exhale. Good. 2 more. Inhale. Now the thing I forgot on the other side, taking our strap in our opposite hand, opening up our hips, and see if we can cross that body so that you can feel that IT band stretch. Wonderful. All right, my friends, you guys are doing great. So inhaling in and exhaling, coming back to your breath, and then return. Okay, so we can get rid of the strap. We're going to do a little sun salutation flow. Then we're going to work on our toes and our hips again, and then we'll be done. So we're almost there. So what a sun salutation is we've really warmed up the spine, and we're going to get a flow in. So I'm going to show you first, and then we're going to do probably 3 or 4 series of flows, okay? So feet are hip distance apart, maybe a little wider. We're going to sit at the edge of our chair, spine is erect. We're going to inhale our hands all the way up to the sky, palms touch. Raining down on the side with our flat back, we're going to come to a forward fold. Again, you might want to have your brick ready here. Coming down, releasing into that forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. So this is extending our spine as erect. So halfway lift, you might want to hold on to your calves. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, draw our hands all the way out to the sky, palms touch. Exhale, heart center. Okay? So we're going to do that 3 times. Inhale, hands all the way up. Exhale, forward fold, dropping our head. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat spine, all the way up to the sky. Palms touch. Hands to heart center. 2 more. Inhale, up. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat spine, all the way up to the sky, palms touch. Exhale. Inhale, up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat spine, all the way up. 1 more, I lied. Inhale. Okay, sorry. Inhale, flat spine, all the way down. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat spine, all the way up. Exhale, heart center. Wonderful. Okay, so we're going to inhale 1 more time, up. Exhale, forward fold. If your brick is there, great. If not, you can hold on to the floor. And while you're here, I want you to take your right hand and reach it all the way up to the sky. Now, if you don't have that flexibility, you might want to bring your hand behind your head. Now, if you can see this side on me, I'm tight. So opening up. Inhale, not holding my breath. Exhale. And then come back down. Let's try that on the other side. Inhale, up. This side's a little better for me. Opening up that chest. not holding my breath. And bring that down. We're going to do that one more time on each side. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Draw that down one more time, all the way up. If you want, you can bring your hand behind your head. And bring it down. Slowly roll up. Okay, so one more thing I want you to do, get your feet ready. So if you have a book or 2 books, okay, this might be helpful to you. So by putting your feet here, you're able to touch your toes. If this is not a problem for you, then you might want to bring your foot up towards your knee. So whatever is easier for you. You could put it on a stool or whatever. And basically what we're going to do is just stretch out our toes a little bit. So I'm going to bring them up here. So we're just going to take our baby toe and I want you to push it away. So holding that baby toe, if you can touch it, and push it away. Then take that little, I don't want to call it the ring toe, I mean that second toe from the baby toe. And then the all-star toe, my daughter calls it, which is the middle toe. And then the second toe. And then the big toe. And while you're doing this, give your foot a little massage, okay? We tend to neglect our feet. We work so hard all day long walking on them. So you want to give some kindness and love to them. And then if you can, take your fingers, and if you can get your fingers in between your toes, see if you can do that. And then pushing and pulling and stretching. You might want to rub the bottoms of your feet. And then twist them to the right and the left. Great. All right, and let's do that with the other side. So if you need to, you can put them here on the brick. Oh, I got lint. All right, so taking those toes and stretching them. And bringing your fingers into each individual toe. This helps open up that foot. Sometimes as we age, our feet and toes can tend to stick together. So if you can't get your fingers in there, that's okay. Maybe taking a towel and seeing if you can get just a piece of the towel through there. And if you do this on a regular basis, then you'll notice that it will open up. What happens with muscles is if you don't use them or don't stretch them, they tend to constrict. And so you want to try to loosen them up. It's like a knot. Think about a knot on a shoestring. If you undo it and work at it, eventually it opens up. And that's the same with muscles. So that is why it's so important to take do some stretching during the week and during your time so that you're unknotting yourself. Okay. So we're going to close out with a slow meditation to ground ourselves again. So sitting back in your chair, I want you to relax now. This is a time where we can relax and let go. So sitting back, maybe relaxing back into that chair, letting it all go, and you can just drop down. Okay. So when you finish a regular yoga practice, well, this is a regular yoga practice, but a yoga practice where you're doing stretching and poses, We usually end the practice with yeah, I'm losing my mind, guys. We usually end it with a Savasana, which is the death pose. And what that means is it's the death of the practice. It's the end of your practicing. So Savasana is probably my favorite pose in that I let everything go and then I scan the body to see how my body feels after I've just stretched it out and become aware of where my tight areas are. So close your eyes. This is where you're resting, okay? You can put your hands by your side or on your lap. I want you to think about your shoulders going down towards the floor and sit relaxed in that chair, and you might want to just let everything go. Okay, so as we did in the beginning where we scanned the body, we're going to scan it one more time all the way from our head to our toes to see if there's any tension. Okay, so think about every part of your body, so starting where your forehead is and scanning. Okay, so breathing in and out. I want you to take 3 deep breaths in. So breathe in. Exhale out. Again, inhale in. Exhale out. And the last one. Inhale in. Exhale out. Slowly sit up, nice and tall. You can keep your eyes closed. Inhale in all the way up to the sky. Exhale, rain that wonderful, beautiful blue light down. So inhale in. Exhale, rain it down. You did a great job today. Last time, inhale in. Exhale, palms touch. So, money cannot buy you happiness, but it can buy chocolate, and it's kind of the same thing. Have a great day, everyone. Namaste.